Treasure Island. Chapter 11. What I Heard in the Apple Barrel.
Flint was the captain on the voyage where I lost my leg, said Long John Silver. The surgeon amputated it.
Ah, cried another voice, full of admiration. This was Dick, the youngest crew member.
Flint was the bravest. I made 2,000 with Flint. Some of the other men didn't do so well. Flint died of rum at Savannah.
Old Pugh lost his sight and then spent all his money.
And now he's dead. On a good voyage, a gentleman of fortune can make hundreds of pounds, but most spend it on rum. Not me. I have my fun, but I keep my money.
That's the way to do it, said the young seaman.
You're young, Dick, but you're smart, cried Silver. I'll talk to you like a man.
Long John Silver was using the very same words of flattery he had with me. I wanted to kill him through the barrel. I now understood that a gentleman of fortune was a pirate, and young Dick was about to become one. Moments later, a third man came and sat down with the other two. I recognized the voice of Israel Hands.
Barbecue, he said, spitting out his tobacco. How long are we going to put up with Captain Smollett? Listen carefully, Israel, said Silver. Captain Smollett is a first-rate seaman. He sails the ship for us, and we don't know where the map is, do we? So we wait until the squire and doctor find the treasure. They'll help us to get it back to England. But we'll deal with Captain Smollett when we're in safe waters. We'll deal with them all. Now, Dick, go and get me an apple.
You can imagine the terror I felt. I froze when I heard Dick begin to rise. Then the voice of Israel Hands said,
I'll forget the apples. Let's have some rum.
Terrified, I waited to be discovered. While Dick went to get the rum, I heard Israel say,
None of the others will join us.
This meant that there were still honest men on board. When Dick returned, the trio drank a toast.
To old Flint.
A moment later, just as bright moonlight shone upon me in the barrel, the voice of the lookout shouted, Land ahoy! Land ahoy! Chapter 12. Council of War. There was a great rush of feet across the deck. I ducked outside my barrel and dived behind the sail. The crew were already gathered together. In the moonlight, we could see land to the southwest of us.
Has any of you men been to that land ahead? Asked Captain Smollett.
I have, sir, said Silver.
When I was cook on a trading ship. Skeleton Island, they called it. There were pirates there then, and a big hill they called the Spyglass. I have a chart here, said Captain Smollett. Is this the place?
Long John's eyes lit up until he saw the chart was not the map we had found in Billy Bones' chest. Silver hid his disappointment.
Yes, sir, said he. This is the spot. It's very prettily drawn. Who might have done that, I wonder? The pirates were too ignorant, I reckon.
I was surprised at John's coolness. I confess I was also half frightened when I saw him moving nearer to me. I shuddered when he laid his hand upon my arm.
"Ah," says he, "this island is a sweet spot for a young lad. You'll swim and you'll climb trees. You'll hunt goats. I wish I were young again and had 10 toes."
And clapping me in the friendliest way upon the shoulder, he went below deck. Captain Smollett, Squire Trelawney and Doctor Livesey were talking together on the deck. Doctor Livesey called me to his side. He asked me to collect his pipe from his cabin below. "Yes, sir," I said, but signalled with my eyes that we needed to talk. A look of shock flashed across Dr. Livesey's face. The next moment he was master of himself. "Thank you, Jim," he said loudly. Then the captain made an announcement to all the crew on deck. "We can now see the land we've been sailing towards. Mr. Trelawney wants to show his appreciation with an extra ration of grog for every man on board." A loud cheer rang out from these same men plotting for our blood.
"Hooray!"
"One more cheer for Captain Smollett," cried Long John, when the first had subsided. The three gentlemen went below. I joined them in the captain's cabin soon after. They were seated round the table. A bottle of Spanish wine was before them. The doctor was smoking with his wig on his lap. That was a sign that he was anxious. The window was open, for it was a warm night. I could see the moon shining behind the ship. "Now, Hawkins," said the squire, "you have something to say." I told them the details of Silver's conversation. Nobody interrupted me. They kept their eyes upon my face from first to last. Then they thanked me for my courage. "Good work, Hawkins," said the squire. "You've been very brave. And Captain Smollett, I owe you an apology. I was a fool. I await your orders." "They fooled me too, sir," returned the captain. "This crew has shown no sign of planning to mutiny." "That's because of Silver," said the doctor. "He's a villain, but a very clever one." "What do we do now?" "We must go on," said Captain Smollett. "If I ordered them to turn back, they would mutiny at once. Then we are in serious danger." "But they still can't strike us until the treasure is found," continued the captain. "And there are still honest men among the crew." "But how many?" "By my count, we had 6 men on our side. The mutineers had 19.